going on with you, YouTube? It's your boy King Cobra back at it with another video, man. Who wanted to see how the wands were made? Well, you're looking at it, bud. So I'll show the fans how I do this. They're basically taking the point of it and then just now that I got to the thickness I want to pick out a different chisel to give it a different shape. See that, YouTube? Now we have a handle. Look at that. There we go. I like the way that handle looks. But now that the handle's formed, I'm going to take some, I'll sand it too real quick. That's a good looking handle too. I like that. Alright. Not so rough. And then the finer stuff. Thank you, Jared, for your $4.22 donation. I appreciate it. But I want to unplug the lathe for a second, just so I can vacuum up my mess. 1 second. And again, you want to take your time with the blade, because this is where it can get tricky. It just takes time, YouTube. You can't rush it. And there are plenty of wand makers who use lathes. Professional wand makers will use wand blades. But yeah, that's a good looking wand, dude. I'm liking the way that looks. Very nice. This wand's about halfway done. It's got the handle. I like the way that handle looks and feels. Here's my wand, or one of my wands. You start off with that handle, and then you carve the blade. This one happens to have a glass marble on the end of it. That's pretty cool looking. Turn that back on, grab ourselves a swig of soda pop. See, it doesn't look like much now, but as it starts getting smaller and smaller on the blade section here, you'll see the wand take shape. They take longer to make them this way, and they're harder to make. That's why I charged so much money for them. Like $48 is a fair price. Making magic wands on a lathe is one of the hardest things to do on a lathe because of how small you gotta make it. I see a lot of YouTubers who use lathes to make wands. I'm still very new to using a wood lathe or a lathe in general for making wands. But I gotta say, I like using the lathe to make my wands a lot better than the old-fashioned way. Just because it's easier on the local trees, you know? And you're starting to see it slowly but surely. It's getting smaller and smaller. If at first you don't succeed, try again. This method seems to be working a lot better. It's kind of relaxing just sitting here. So right now I'm drinking on some Dorito's Lime. Not a sponsor. Dorito's Lime soda pop would be really good with like a Corona, like a little wedge of wine. You know the ladies like a man who can work with his hands, huh? Now you can see, YouTube, the blade of the wand is starting to form ever so slowly. I don't want to take too much more off the blade. Like a little bit of sanding wouldn't hurt though. Oop, careful. Well, that can happen. Ah, shit. Well, at least it didn't snap completely on me. Oh boy. Luckily, this one's savable, YouTube. It's gonna require some trimming. Yeah, it snapped on me, but luckily it's not too bad. Just a little bit of trimming and sanding. Wasn't done sanding that either, but what do you do? At this point, I'm not complaining. It didn't break on me right in the center like it has been, so there you go. Like you can see right here where the wand blade isn't going to be as long as I'd like it to be, but really beggars can't be choosers, I guess. This, like I said, the break in this wand wasn't that bad. It's doable. I can make a wand out of it. Okay, this might be overkill for something this big, but I digress. Watch the cell phone screen. Yeah, no. There we are. That was so tiny and thin, you didn't really need a saw for that part. Do the same for this little bit right here. Alright, so get this little end right here. Bob's your uncle. Look at that. We have a nearly completed wand. The nice thing about having it on the lathe when it spins is that it's easier to sand when it's on the lathe. Nothing you can do, YouTube. The reason why I keep saying ouch is because of the fucking splinters that are sticking out of it. Bloody hell. So sometimes you gotta sand them by hand. It is what it is. Much easier to do sanding these when they're on the lathe. To handle a good sanding too all around it. True. There you go. There you have it, YouTube. One magic wand. Now it's not finished yet, so I'm gonna add paint to it or stain or whatever the fuck I feel like painting it. But out of all the last couple of wands I've been making, this one turned out the nicest. That's a good looking wand. There we are. Now just kind of feeling the wand up here just to make sure that fits comfortably in my large hand. Blade's not too skinny, not too thin. That wand's got a nice profile on it. I'm liking that. Beautiful, YouTube. So I want to make this one black and green. So yeah, I'll go outside to a nice quiet spot in the grass. So I don't mind spray painting the wands outdoors and all that. But there you go, YouTube. That's basically took me an hour to make. That doesn't even include drying it. So bare minimum of an hour to make. But I'll catch you later.